You win the championship the first year, and then the second year you have some injuries, and the team doesn't finish as good, and you have that incredible triple overtime playoff game at the L.A. Coliseum. I know it was a little rough for you, and Ray Bentley, said on the flight home how bad he felt. But take us back to that triple overtime game at the L.A. Coliseum.
Well, it's amazing, Mike, because I tell people there's not a day that I don't think about it. One game, one kick. And it's a lot of times, it's when I'm watching it as a fan of football. And so the memories when it comes to kicking and everything else. And one thing I will tell you is in 1984, and here I am, Ray Bentley is the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm an Offensive Player of the Year for Michigan Panthers. And 6 winning kicks, and I never experienced any kind of. I never experienced a missed kick in a big game where I missed a winning field goal. So going into the LA Express, into the Coliseum playing against LA Express in 1984, we lost Anthony Carter for the whole season, and so after being 6-0, we just kind of went through this struggle. But then we picked up and we started playing much better and all that stuff. So going into the playoffs, going into the Coliseum and playing the LA Express, we felt good about going into that game and felt very comfortable. And we jumped all over them. And the stadium made a tremendous comeback as a great player that he is. But and then it's really when he went and tied the score and 2-point conversion and everything else. And here I am, I had a chance and I had an opportunity. My chance was presented in front of me, and there was a 38-yarder. And when you look at that, and I felt good. I felt comfortable, and somehow the ball drifted it and didn't play enough. There was a little wind and played it inside, and unfortunately the ball just drifted, and I just missed it by a foot or whatever it is on the left upright. But when I miss that kick, Mike, I'm going to tell you something. My heart just dropped, okay? Because I felt to the point where I never had that feeling, and because I never experienced it. And my second kick that I had a chance again to redeem myself, as a matter of fact, that kick, you would have kicked that kick much better, or that field goal much better than I did, just because I never experienced anything that I went to on the field again to kick that field goal. There is no question that I was going to miss that kick because I went in there. I had no clue where that ball was going to go, and it's a feeling that I got. And this is, I never got interviewed and I never talked about this like I'm talking to you, but at that time it was almost like guessing game. It's almost like, okay, let me just hit it and see wherever it goes. That was the feeling before that kick. So the second kick was like, it's almost like I didn't want to. It's almost like I wanted to tell the coach, don't send me out there because I don't have a good feeling.
Why is that? You were so successful. It's good conditions. You're out in L.A. It's early summer. Why did you all of a sudden just lose the confidence? Was it that the ground was mental?
No, Mike, it was strictly mental. It was strictly mental because I never experienced missing a winning kick. And when I missed that winning kick, Mike, it was over. It was like I never had a chance. And when the coaches, when they were just like, leave him alone, that's when I needed somebody to shake me up. You got us here. You're the badass. You're tough. You can do it, and we need you. Just forget about the kid. The guy, he's gone. It's history. But I never got anybody to come to talk to me because I know what I needed, right? Mm-hmm. But this is where a lot of times I'll tell people because of my experience, and I know when sometimes the kickers, it's no different than golfers. I'm sure you play golf. And if you miss a 5-foot or 6-foot putt, you lose the confidence in your putting. And then you're changing stroke, and you're changing the way you're putting, and now you're guessing. And no different than basketball.
Listening to you say that's incredible because when you see kickers on the sidelines these days, if they miss a kick or a big moment's coming up and the team's driving, they just need a field goal, you always see the kicker standing alone, nobody around him. There's 80,000 people in the stadium. He's got his teammates around him, but he looks like he's the loneliest person in the world.
Well, it's just because a lot of people feel like, hey, it's like they need to be alone because they think that we are strange cats. mentally, Mike, you have to be messed up a little bit. But you know what? I tell people, as a kicker, that's a position that you got to have a big heart and you got to love it. And if you don't have that strength, if you don't have that strong heart, if you don't love going out there to kick that winning field goal, which that's what I live for. But boy, when I missed it, and I told people, I said, here I am. I was on such a high that I had a tremendous success that 1984 season. I had a great season. And here I am, 37 yards, 38 yards. You asked me, how did you do it when I can make that kick? How many? And you know what happened to Minnesota?
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah,
that poor kicker.
They made that kick. Yeah, he can make that kick 100 times, and you say, "Oh my God, what happened to him?" Well, things happen. But
let me ask you this: with the Minnesota kicker, as they lost to the Seahawks, they drove all the way downfield and had a chip shot field goal. Of course, temperature was 0 degrees, but the laces were facing the kicker. And I noticed on the previous kick he made, the same thing, the kicks he made, the laces were facing inward. Does the kicker want the laces facing inward or outward?
The kicker, the best thing that you can do is you want to kick the laces straight forward towards the goalpost. The last thing you want it to do is the laces. You want to hit the laces straight forward, or you want the laces to be towards the goalpost. If the laces are outside, that's the worst that you can give the kicker if the laces are to your left. So if you're a right-footed kicker, where the laces, you see laces on the left-hand side because the ball pulls wherever the laces are. And being a sign white kicker, now that means you got to push the ball out to the right upright because it will hook. It will come back in.